I find that for example, one of the components to the business model is what I call business investment, which is what does a business cost to make? I mean, you're sitting there, you're an entrepreneur, you're starting a company.
Right.
What does a business cost to make? And obviously, if you may have to have equipment, you could have you might have to have inventory, you might have to have some real estate. You're going to have some extra cash sitting on the sheet. I mean, sitting on your balance sheet. You want to keep some extra cash, because when companies go out of business, they don't go out of business because they lose money. They go out of business because they run out of money. they run out of cash.
Right.
So you want to have extra cash, and this all becomes kind of a business investment. You want to have, let's say you sell products and you give your customers terms.
Right.
So that's a 60-day term to pay. Well, in that case, what happens is you gave them 60 days, and what you did was you had a product. The product could have been, it could have been a can of soda, a can of water, a bottle of water.
Right.
You gave the water to somebody, and then you exchanged that water for a note receivable, basically a loan.
Yes.
So you don't have cash yet. You have to wait 60 days for the cash. So a lot of times I find that people up front, some of the biggest mistakes that they make are that they haven't really come to grips with what the business investment has to be, so in the case of an account receivable, you now have to carry that for 60 days. You got to have enough room on your balance sheet to do that. And you have to fund it. You got to figure out, how am I going to finance all this stuff? And so you got to go out and raise money from equity, and you got to raise money from other people's money. I mean, borrowings, leases, and make sure, by the way, you have margin for error. I mean, raise more than what you think you need.
Margin for error. Yes. Oh, I love that. I remember when I was helping when I first came to the USA, I was helping a group start a preschool program, and they had a budget, and I was laughing. And I was like, when I did the budget, the way a budget should be done, and created margin for error and staffing and all the things, and then they missed so many things. So they thought they had more than enough money to get started with this business. And then here I come. And of course, I still have to study some of American business laws and things, but at least I know how to do a startup budget, because it's so different from if you're not in a business frame of mind. This is why I think entrepreneurs should do themselves the favor of going to